Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Zija International's Biz Talks. My name is Amy McKenzie, and it's a privilege to be hosting this evening, our very first business talks of 2019. And I can just tell you, Zija is taking off into the new year with a passion, with huge excitement. And I have to say that right now, between the leadership that we have in place, incredible products, a new launch coming out in just 2 days, and the timing that we have, this is the absolute perfect time to be finding out more about this. And we are going to do that tonight, and it's going to be followed up with a very special guest. But before we do that, I want to take a moment and just welcome all of you here. I know some of you are dedicated to sharing what we have out there in the field every day with people. Thank you for all that you do. And some of you might be hearing this information for the very first time. I really want to welcome you. Someone may have shared this with you. Maybe they're excited about the product or the opportunity, colleague, a friend, a family member, and they just want you to know more about it. They want you to feel and see what they see. Well, tonight is for you. And we're going to spend a little time going over the things that someone looks for when they're identifying a company they want to connect with, they want to be proud to be behind. And we're going to look at the leadership, because you don't want to, sail across the ocean without a captain can get you across the water. We want to look at the products because they have to be real. They got to really work. They have to have integrity, right? And be produced at the highest level possible. And then finally, you want to consider the timing. Where is that company? Is it brand new and a startup? Has it been around a little too long and I missed the window? Or is it just right maybe at that sweet spot, what I've been really looking for? And I'm going to have some help going over these subjects with you, but I just want to give you a quick overview. When it comes to leadership, I want to talk about our founder, Ken Brailsford. Now that might be a name you've never heard before, but Ken Brailsford, he is an icon in the health and wellness industry as well as this profession. Why? He literally has created 2 multi-billion-dollar companies prior to Zija. Nature's Sunshine in the 70s, you may have heard of it. They're still running strong today, billions of dollars in sales. Unicity in the 80s, still running strong. We know this gentleman knows how to do a business and have it be multi-decade, multi-generational. Zija is destined to be the 3rd legacy company, as we refer to them, all thanks to the knowledge, wisdom, and business acumen of Mr. Ken Brailsford, who's also assembled a corporate team around him that is just terrific, committed, dedicated to our cause, the natural health revolution. Now, that leads to the products. We don't just have a product or 2. We have 3 product divisions that are category creators, first to market, really high-end pharmatech production, just exquisite products. And they're things that you use every day, things that make a difference in your health and your well-being, and things that you would probably buy somewhere else and never get this kind of quality. So you're going to really be excited to learn more about the products. I invite you to tune in on a Wednesday night to Pat Anderson's Health Talks. She breaks down every product. They're wonderful. If you go to clubmoringa.com, you can learn more about those products. And we'll touch on a little bit tonight because we have a very exciting announcement coming. And finally, when you look at that, the validity of this product, Ken Brailsford came out of retirement to bring moringa to the world. Well, he was certainly validated when in 2018, moringa was named the superfood of 2018. Clearly, people recognized what he saw all those years ago and started this company. And that leads to timing. Where are we right now? Really, when you look at it, this company is vertically integrated. Our foundation is solid. We're built. We have everything in place, ready to go. And yet, it's still the sweet spot. We're not yet that household name. So if that's what you've been looking for, you're going to find out tonight from an absolute expert why this is the sweet spot. And it's really exciting to bring on this guest. I'll tell you, he's not just a star, Zija royalty in this company, and he is one of the top income earners, leaders, trainers, but really 3 decades in running. He has a national reputation. He's one of the top 1% income earners in this country, and that's no small thing. I have to say that when you have someone who has that kind of reputation, and yet they're willing to spend one-on-one time with anyone that really wants to do this, that wants to do the training, wants to learn how, you can literally dial into youtube.com/free Fred Holmes Zija, and learn everything that he learned himself to be where he is today. I am so proud and excited to bring over Triple Diamond Executive Fred Holmes. Fred, give me a moment here. I'm going to bring you on over to join us. Okay, 1 second. And sorry, I'm not seeing Fred there. All right, well, let me just drop down here. There we go. All right. Fred, you seem to be bopping around here on my, there we go. Fred, one moment here. And let's bring you on over. There we go, Fred. Let's get you unmuted here. Welcome. Sorry for the delay. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
I'm excited to be here, Amy. I was listening to you introduce your upcoming guest, and I'm thinking, I thought I was the guest. Who are you talking about? You always make me feel real good about me when you talk about me. Amy, so great to see you. Excellent job kind of framing up the conversation for our guests about, Zija, the company, the products, the Ken Brailsford story, and congratulations on all your success, my dear. I mean, you're making that run to diamond faster than I've seen in a long time, so I'm excited for you.
Thank you. It's an exciting time to be a part of Zija, that's for sure. And I can't believe that we continue to raise the bar and push the ceiling up, which to me, with a company that's been around this long, attracting the kind of geniuses like Dr. Plant coming to the table, and nothing will stop this man from the next discovery and the next push and the next thing that's happening. And I know we'll touch on that, but before we do, I just, maybe you could take a moment and share with people, from someone with your background and your experience, it was interesting that you chose Zija at the time that you did. Maybe you could share a little bit about that, because I then want to push forward to today and see what that difference is. Why are you still so excited about being involved with Zija?
Honestly, Amy, more excited today than I just hit my 11th year anniversary at the company. I can't believe this much time has gone by, but truly more excited today than ever before. And it's because of all the things that we have in place for our run from, here to the next level of Zija. I had been involved in the industry in the past. I'd done very, very well. This was back in the mid 80s and 90s. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I did very well. In 10 years, I retired. By the time I hit my mid 40s, I'd already done what financially, what takes most fellas, to the mid 60s to accomplish. And I stayed out of the industry for a while. I garnered enough, experience, knowledge, frame of reference of this profession to know what to look for. Okay, I really wasn't looking for Zija. I'd spent, probably close to 10 years enjoying life. I was able to spend time with my family, got to be a stay-at-home grandpa, raised my first grandson. About a year before Zija, I'd moved back to the family home to care for my elderly mother. I was single, I was retired, I was doing well. I wasn't looking for an opportunity. And the things that you hit on just before bringing me on, those were the key things. The number one reason I even paid attention to the fellow that called me about Zija was Ken Brailsford. I mean, I didn't know Ken personally back then. Okay, I knew who he was. Anybody who's been successful at the level that I was in the industry knew who Ken Brailsford was. He's an icon. In our profession, over 70 years, the network marketing's been around. It's a $100+ billion industry annually. I mean, we're bigger than the NFL. We're bigger than most of the industries that people consider to be big time. Network marketing is bigger than them worldwide. And there's been tens of thousands of companies that have come and gone. And when you boil it down, there's about 24, maybe a few more, maybe 30 companies in the history of network marketing that have stood the test of time. Ken built 2 of them. I mean, nobody's ever done that. And when I heard that Ken had come out of retirement to build his third and final company, I mean, that's all I needed to know to at least want to know what it was. Okay. I'm not saying I was ready to get back involved in network marketing. I'm going to be candid with you. The Zija was a real young company. They'd been in business like, I think, 2.5 years or so when I joined. They had one product. I mean, they were like the checklist of what not to join. I mean, take all of the reasons why you wouldn't want to join a network marketing company, and they met all of them, for the most part. But it was Ken Brailsford company. And I mean, if you knew you could invest in a stock that was going to go from $1 a share to $1,000 a share, and you knew and you were guaranteed that that was going to happen, would you buy the stock? That's a Ken Brailsford company. I mean, it's a given. And so, that's what brought me to Zija. We've done a lot of things over the years that I've been involved. We've truly brought our compensation plan to, the 21st century compensation plan, because we didn't have that when I started. Okay, it was an antiquated compensation plan. We started with one product, great product, but it was just one product. You cannot build a dynasty on one product. Just like, you can't build, Ford Motor Company on one Ford. You got to have pickups and mini compacts and, the Lincolns and all that kind of stuff. We've developed, as you were saying, a reputation in the marketplace for having science-based, cutting-edge products that are manufactured at the highest levels of purity and quality. You mentioned Dr. Plant. I was fortunate enough to be part of the company when Dr. Plant joined us, and to be in on the inside of what happened there. Joshua Plant, his brain is this big. Okay. He makes me look like I don't know, an ant, in terms of intelligence. He's got a PhD in biological or medical sciences, something like that. He completed a program that typically takes 7 to 8 years at Harvard Medical School. He did it in 3.5 years while raising a family. I mean, this guy did, and he graduated first in his class. I mean, it was kind of like he was doing that part-time. And when he, and he had fellowships from the National Institutes of Health, and I mean, all kinds of accolades. And when he got his degree, the big pharma companies, the big, pharmaceutical companies, they were headhunting him big time. I mean, they were just like throwing stuff at him. He could have, called his shots for the rest of his life. Mm-hmm. And in his mind, this is, his conversation, what he was sharing is that he could spend, the rest of his life and maybe come up with 1 or maybe 2 great cures for, Alzheimer's or cancer or something like that. But that really wasn't what he wanted to do. He really wanted to do something that would impact the world. And he started looking around, because one of the things that he'd done, one of his research things, was he'd been researching the anti-cancer properties of the Moringa oleifera plant. And so he'd done the studies, and he knew what a powerful botanical that was. And he started looking around to who's doing stuff with Moringa, who's in the marketplace doing that, because that's where he wanted to go. And found out the only people who were doing anything with Moringa was us, Zija. And can you imagine? He calls up Zija and says, "Hey, my name's Joshua Plant. I've got a background in biological science. I'm interested in getting a job. Who would I talk to?" I'm glad nobody hung up on him. He came to us looking for a job. Now, found out a little later, one of the reasons he was real interested in working with us is we own our own manufacturing facility. We have a NSF certified pharmaceutical grade manufacturing facility he's like a kid in a candy store. He wanted to go in and invent stuff, and he needed his own laboratory to do it, but it had to be a really good laboratory. And we've had, we've got like, cutting edge essential oil product line. Nobody in the marketplace can touch our essential oils. The finest line of all natural and healthy sports nutrition products. Our skincare, personal care products, clean, green, best quality out there. I mean, it is stunning the things that we have been able to accomplish, the products we've been able to bring into the marketplace because of our collaboration with that one man. And, we've got Joshua Plant and no other company does. And that's pretty much enough said about the products, right? I'm enjoying our latest new protein product. This thing is phenomenal. Our original plant protein product, nobody has anything like that on the market. The Performa product, this is incredible, the science behind this. I'm without question, at 64, I am physically in the best shape of my life. And even my yard boy thought I was 40. I don't know if he was serious about that, but he seemed to be really surprised when he found out I was, pretty close to the age of his grandmother. Either that or he's a lot slicker than I thought, and he was hitting me up for a raise. I don't know.
Well, so thank you very much for sharing that, Fred. It's a great perspective to have of how the company's grown and where we've come to, and for touching on the products. I think we'd be remiss not to mention that Dr. Plant has been at work for a year now, and anything this man would consider worth working on for a year has got to be good. And that launch is about to be in 2 days, this coming Saturday. Give us a hint. I know you can't divulge too much because we got to wait till Saturday, but what would you share with us about this new product?
Well, I didn't say this. I'm just going to repeat what a lot of other people have been already broadcasting all over social media. So I'm not the guy that spilled the beans, okay? So don't and if you think I am the guy that spilled the beans, write down my name. It's David Moses, M-O-S. No, Amy, the buzz is absolutely incredible. And I'll be candid with you. I'm not the guy that knows all the details from a product formulation situation. I've always been the guy that focuses on, it's a great product, it works, it worked for me, it'll work for you. Why don't you try it? You got a 30-day money back guarantee. You're going to love it. And when you love it, you're going to share it with your friends. Okay, that's really as complicated as I like to get. But I will tell you that something is happening in the marketplace, and everybody is trying to jump on the bandwagon to get on the latest, and it's not latest. I mean, it's been around for thousands of years. It's called CBDs, and I'm not gonna try and say the words because I'll mess it up. CBDs. It's from the hemp plant. It's the not the stuff that not Friday Afternoon Club hemp plant. Okay, this is the medicinal products that for a lot of people are creating, anti-inflammation, just the numbers of things that the CBD oils have been found to be good for is phenomenal. It's like never ending. And something happened with this latest farm bill that created an environment where we can now in the United States actually grow the plant that this comes from. Okay, this is, and I'd been hearing about this. I don't spend a lot of time, looking at the news and that sort of thing. None of the stuff I want to hear about. I want to hear about dancing on the beach, right? But the CBD products that are, every company out there is scrambling to jump on board. I forget if it was the Department of Agriculture, one of the U.S. government agencies predicted in the very first year, 2019, this could be, over $8 billion industry within the next 12 months. Mm-hmm. I mean, there are product divisions that take decades to achieve that level of acceptance and sales. Over $8 billion industry in the next 12 months. Now, this shouldn't come as a surprise, but I was pleasantly surprised when I found out Dr. Joshua Plant has been working on this, night and day for well over a year, utilizing, the finest, raw materials available, utilizing all of the resources of his entire team of scientists and our Pharmatech, our own, personal laboratory and manufacturing facility. We are ready to go to market with a cutting-edge, science-based CBD oil with an incredibly unique delivery system that will blow away anything else in the market. And while there's lots of other companies out there scrambling to jump on the bandwagon, we've already built the bandwagon. Okay, we're rolling the bandwagon out of the garage in just a couple of days. Everybody else is scrambling to jump in on that. It's just like everything we've done, Amy, that today, because 2018, moringa was announced to be the superfood of 2018. Lots of companies jumping on the bandwagon. We have been the leader in scientific research and production of moringa oleifera products for over a decade. They cannot catch up with what we're doing. Same thing here. Now, what's exciting is if you consider the timing to be at a point in time. Now, here I'm talking business, okay? Now I'm put back on my network marketing professional hat. To have a company that, from an infrastructure perspective, our laboratories, our manufacturing capacity, our warehousing and distribution capacity, our international distribution reach over 50 countries, we could literally today, with everything that's already in place, bought and paid for, we could produce well over $1 billion a year in the sales of our products. We're a very small percentage of that. We are way under our capacity. Now, as a professional network marketer, what that tells me is all the work's already been done. Development of the infrastructure, the laboratories, the ability to get the raw materials, produce the product, warehouse, ship, and so on. We have the support infrastructure. When I first started, we had a distributor support, customer support department that had 24 stations. We only had 6 people, and you could talk to 5 of them because that's how busy we were. Today, the entire building that we had when I first joined Zija wouldn't hold our distributor and customer support department, just that one department. We have everything in place. Now, when I see something like that and I recognize that our sales are a small percentage of that, that's timing. That means the only thing that's necessary to create what our potential is what you and I do. Share the product, share the income opportunity, teach others to do the same. If I was looking for a sweet spot to join a company and do what we do, it would be right now. And if that wasn't enough, add to it being at the forefront of the newest, hottest health and wellness product in the marketplace, something that's going to dominate the conversation for a decade. And we're the people that well, that was a good analogy. I just came up off the top of my head. Everybody else is jumping on the bandwagon. We've been building the bandwagon. We're about to roll it out of the garage. Mm-hmm. That's exciting times, Amy. Very exciting times.
And it's a great way to frame up where we are. Incredible timing to be coming into 2019 with everything in place. This new product launch, right at the heels, right at the moment that the world is aware of, or this country is aware of the potential of that market. When you look at $8 billion, what slice of that pie would you like on your plate? And
don't need a big piece.
Right? Which company do you think can deliver it at the caliber that you want it at? Which, of course, we're looking at the Cadillac in every other product division we have. To expect anything less would be foolish at this point, because we know what Dr. Plant can do. We know what Ken Brailsford has done and what he's committed to and what this corporate team has shown, not to mention our leadership in the field, bringing it forward with the natural health revolution. If you were starting out today, what would you say to our people as we close out this call about this timing right now, Fred?
You know, so often, and it's interesting because I've had a few conversations, you know, in the last week or so with people going, well, you know, I have, you know, network marketing doesn't have a great reputation. I'm like, really? Where? Who says that? And it's interesting that the people, when you listen to people that have never done something in this industry or been successful in this industry, you're talking to the wrong person. Don't talk to me about investing in the stock market. Okay, every time I've ever invested in the stock market, I've lost money. Okay, I'm the wrong guy. If you're thinking about anything, if you're going to, you know, if you want to talk about becoming a truck driver, I used to drive trucks for a living. That's what I did before network marketing. If you're going to learn how to drive a truck, you don't go to your doctor or your accountant to get advice and information. You go to a truck driver. Now, if you're looking for, you know, feedback, advice, suggestions about network marketing, I would suggest start with who do you know has made the most money in network marketing, because they're probably going to have a better idea of whether or not this is a good opportunity than your, you know, your broke Uncle Bill. Okay, I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. Now, as an industry professional, and I'm not saying that I'm the end all, okay, you know, I'm one of many people within Zija that have created, you know, six-figure, seven-figure, multiple seven-figure income. I'm one of many people in the industry that are just like me, that if you knew the value of having a home-based business in network marketing, if you understood residual income and leverage the way I do, you wouldn't do anything but network marketing. You wouldn't do anything but network marketing. And from my perspective, Zija International as an income or home-based opportunity check marks every single box. We've got world-class corporate leadership. We've got the #1 man in the industry, Ken Brailsford. Nobody surpasses Ken in terms of experience, success, integrity. Those things are critical to success in anything. Align yourself with the people that have already done it. He's created a corporate team of some of the sharpest, most committed, dedicated young network marketing, you know, corporate professionals that I've ever seen. This is the who's who dream team to put together for a company that'll be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years in business. From a product perspective, we have products that are, you know, compared to what's out there in the marketplace. I don't care whether it's from GNC, from a network marketing company, or from, you know, your holistic naturopathic doctor's office, nothing can touch the quality, the purity, and the science behind our products, because we control everything. You know, the vast majority of network marketing companies out there, they pay people to make their products and slap their label on it, and they're simply a marketing company. We're the real deal. Add to that the timing to get in before the masses. This is the critical ingredient to success. And I don't care whether your goals are to make $1,000 a month or $1,000 a week or $1,000 a day, whatever the goals are, the timing. Find something that's working really good now, get in before the masses, and rise with the company. Then add just one more thing into this. Okay, we've got what will be the hottest topic over the next 5 to 10 years in health and wellness, and we're enrolling it like in a week. And it's already done to Zija quality. I mean, I don't know if I could say any more than that.
I
I'm
think
ready to
you
sign up
covered
again.
You covered it. Oh my goodness, Fred. Thank you so much for joining us today, sharing
My
some.
pleasure, Amy.
Really appreciate it.
And listen, I want to thank you for letting me be your guest, because you could have had anybody be your guest tonight, because tonight was your night. And thank you for letting me join you.
Well, it's a privilege, and we learned a lot. I hope you all took some notes. Go ahead and send you back over. Thanks so much, Fred. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And as we close out this evening, if you've heard something that has you thinking, you know what, this is something I can get behind, I can believe in this, I want to at least try the products, take a look at the compensation plan, whatever it is you need, get a hold of the person who invited you to this. Get those questions answered. Take a look. In fact, join us on Saturday. You're going to hear a top leader, 10 a.m. Pacific, same channel, same Zoom channel, talking about the ways that you can do this. We've got excellent training and support, excellent tools. You can start small. The beauty of it is Zija's really conscious about being able to let people get in where they fit in. So you find your place and you begin. And join us, if you wish, in the natural health revolution. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Happy New Year and have a great night. Good night, everyone.